Hello, my name is Emily Cartwright. I am 45 years old, a well-groomed, slender woman with striking facial features that often attract the attention of men. My figure has always been a source of pride for me: flat stomach, taut legs, and curves in all the right places. Men are especially attracted to my large breasts, which I'm used to and slightly amused by. My blonde hair falls in soft waves framing my face, and in my bright green eyes there is a mischievous sparkle that I know makes me unforgettable. I have been married to my husband, John, for 23 years, and we have two wonderful children. Although our marriage has been stable and loving, over time the excitement in the bedroom has dulled. I have never cheated or accepted the advances of other men, although there have been quite a few. But every now and then I crave something exciting, a spark that reminds me that I am still alive, still desirable. A few years ago, John and I decided to take a little road trip, leaving the kids with their grandparents. We boarded the train, anticipating the weekend. The trip was uneventful, and the train was full of passengers. But the return trip was very different. The train was almost empty except for a few families with children scattered across several compartments. There was only one other passenger in our car, a handsome man who looked to be in his early 30s. He had dark hair, a chiseled jawline, and confidence. He was lying on the top bunk in the compartment across from us and sleeping soundly. As the train made one of its rare stops, I decided to step out onto the platform for some fresh air. John was absorbed in his book, so I quietly slipped out. Standing on the platform, I peered at the handsome stranger through the train window. Something in his appearance awakened in me a forgotten excitement. An elderly vendor approached, offering bottles of homemade wine and stronger spirits. On a whim, I bought a liter of wine. Back in the compartment, I offered John a drink at dinner. He was surprised, but did not protest. I spoke loud enough to wake the stranger, and when he stirred, invited him to join us. He introduced himself as Andrew and explained that he was traveling on business. As we ate and drank, I kept refilling John's glass, knowing he wasn't used to drinking much. Predictably, he began to get tipsy, his eyelids drooping as the alcohol took effect. Andrew and I went out into the lobby for a smoke. He was charming and flirtatious, and I, emboldened by the wine, reciprocated. When we returned, John was sound asleep. I looked at Andrew and he looked at me. No words were needed. I suggested we move to an empty compartment to talk. He understood immediately and we slipped away. What happened next was like a whirlwind, a reckless, beautiful escape from the ordinary. By the time we returned to our seats, the train was nearing its final stop, and John still didn't understand a thing. The next morning, John woke up groggily, but in unconsciousness, and I couldn't escape the guilt and elation I felt. Nothing in our lives has changed since that trip, but I carry the memories with me, a reminder of the kind of woman I am beyond the role of wife and mother. This story does not excuse infidelity, but rather explores the complexity of human emotions and desires. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes we find ourselves in situations that challenge everything we thought we knew about ourselves. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more stories from the heart.